body room.
The body room. There's the body room.
That's the news that it's speaking out to. Did somebody touch my knee?
Visual. See you shortly, guys.
Is there any spirits here tonight that want to communicate with us? One thing I will say first of all is that if there's any evil spirits here, can everybody in this room please be protected by any good spirits? If you're in this room tonight, you can speak to us on the Spirit Talker. It's a device.
CD.
There we go. It's a device that has a data bank of words which you can use to manipulate so that you can communicate with us.
It says see me.
See me.
See me. Where can we see you? Can you tell us where to look and we'll try and see you? Just seen an orb behind Simon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've actually saw something's touching your neck, that's it.
Just flown from the stage right up towards your back.
Has it?
Yeah. Try and talk to us. Try and make a bang.
Protection.
Protection. I've just asked for protection.
That's for that.
Move one of the glasses on the table. Don't spill the drink on anyone, no. Bad back already, sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting a feeling someone's standing over there by the bar.
Is there anyone standing over by the bar? Can you move any of the glasses?
Jesus.
Who was saying that they saw Jesus in the window? Yeah.
Yeah. In the kids area.
In the kids area?
Yeah, the games room, yeah.
Wow. Are you near that? Yeah, are you near that Jesus? a loud bang for us.
God, these chairs are an obstacle.
Don't fall down on that.
Photograph.
Photograph.
Jesus.
Has just come out with photographs
How strange.
It's that picture I'm telling you.
of Jesus.
Yeah.
Does somebody like that photograph?
He was in there in the games room. He was on about it earlier.
Oh, it's colder over here.
It's freezing.
Yeah, it's well warm down there, but it's freezing up here.
Does somebody like that picture of Jesus? Can you make a loud bang for us? Yeah, I'll go and have a look at it.
Can you make any of the glasses move in this bar?
Oh, where the kids are?
Yeah. That's just Deb Beaver talking about the Jesus photograph.
So I'm just going to have a look now. There's this picture of
There isn't one there.
Well,
it used to be right above you there.
Right above there, yeah.
It used to be hanging on the wall there.
No, it was in the window above, in the building above.
Oh, right.
So my mum used to sit here, she was
Yeah.
poorly with cancer,
Yeah.
and there was Jesus Christ with a crucifix on his shoulder,
Yeah.
and he was like looking down at my mother because she was poorly at the
Have
time.
you just heard something?
Yeah, that's still a voice.
I've just heard a voice.
what did you hear?
Like an old bloke mumbling. It came from out over there.
Can you talk again?
Let me go in there and ask everyone to be quiet.
That was a proper old
And
man's
then you
voice
stay
here.
in there.
Yeah, so this used to be the bar.
This used to be the bar in this part here.
Yeah, this used to be the bar where all the old boys used to get.
Are we okay to walk behind the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's strange, that is.
Well, they used to, like my mum, dad, and brother, sit down here, yeah.
It's warm here again, but then again you've got fridges on, haven't you?
Yeah, it's always warm behind here.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ.
That's absolutely cool.
Can you make any of these spirits move?
Yeah. That's why I just said smelly, you know, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. For it, then we'll get something else.
Did that just say universe? I swear that said universe.
Yeah, hopefully we will get some more stuff now. I'm going to go back in there
Yeah.
purely. When I was by, that's interesting now that we've got Jesus coming through.
Yeah, Jesus coming through
Got
that.
Jesus coming through. Picture. So I think we're getting going. So we're just going back into the main area, guys.
That's mad. You just mentioned that. And then
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we'll get back down here. You all right there? Oh, you're not sure. You don't think I'm strong, you do, aren't
Yeah, we're communicating.
you? Yes, yeah, I can't see because I thought something was walking past me again. Thank you, though.
Where have
You
you
can
lost
do,
that?
yeah. So we've got. Please, jump on the toilet, Turk. Yeah, if you turn the aircon off, then we've got
Just
no
said-
noise at all.
Pain neck.
Pain neck.
Pain.
You run about, but then.
Well, I thought something was touching my neck.
Sarah, and Sarah's got a pain in her neck.
You've had pain in your neck. Have you?
What, and it's just come through pain and neck?
No, it's just said my neck.
My neck.
And then, but Simon said earlier that
Something was touching.
something
your
was
neck.
touching his neck.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, we did, yeah.
Sarah's just said that her neck's hurting. And the aircon ain't on. Something there.
Alright, so you're proving that you're watching us then?
So the aircon's not on and that's running.
The aircon's not on, that's running, and that's moving. Since up the goal on stage. You see?
Hate. We'll have no hate here.
I think it's building up now.
Yeah, it is. Just off the Spirit Talker as well. Just wait till we fire up Necros.
So if you're all here, do you not like
The temperature's
being
different
here? You'll be
all around the
upset.
building.
By the side of me here, it's freezing.
Whoa, I'm hearing something here.
What are you hearing? I can feel it.
Yeah. Somebody's
It's
standing
just
there.
gone dead cold, like really
I
cold.
feel it there.
Right, we're getting everyone getting cold. So we've got just on about the front of the stage, or everyone's temperature dropping. Angel. 8th angel. Is there 8 spirits here? Can you give us a definite yes? Yeah?
Terrible.
Yeah. Terrible.
Hit him on the neck with a machete and died. And he used to use it all the time.
No way.
What's that?
Like Sharon and Phil.
And then last time he said, Phil, help me, bro.
It did, yeah, he did,
last
didn't
time
it?
we were here.
Yeah, he did.
And that's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
last words he said to me before he passed.
Whoa.
That's pretty
That is
cool.
really interesting,
Yeah, it
that
is.
is. That is very interesting. Yeah, so guys, obviously if you've seen the last video, obviously if you watch that and then watch it back, you are getting stuff that is relevant to obviously this location. We've got temperature dropping all over. It's gone off now.
We live on.
We live on. The spirit.
They live on in the spirit world then.
The speaker's gone off.
What speaker?
Power's gone.
Just speak.
Power's gone.
The big speaker.
Oh fucking hell. Shit, I didn't see
Well, that's
that.
gone off at the same time because the aircon's gone off.
Who turned the aircon off?
The aircon wasn't even on.
Wasn't even on.
Well, what was that whirling
You couldn't turn
sound?
it off. You couldn't turn it off.
I know.
I know.
Right, something's happening now.
Yeah.
Something's happening now because the power's gone off and the atmosphere's changed.
I'm getting warmer behind you.
Yeah, I'm getting.
But that's why
You see, the weird thing is, like, usually you do get cold air, but I'm feeling warm air in different air pockets.
When my mum said that she was feeling cold on the right side, I was freezing behind me.
Yeah,
Like my whole of my
something's
back.
changing now. Something's changing now. The area's changing because all the power's gone off that speaker all of a sudden, and then the aircon's gone off as well.
Well, that tinter's still moving.
Oh, fucking chairs. What did you hear?
It sounded like this, but it came from over there.
From behind the bar?
Well, it through like sort
As
of
if
through
you
the
just
bar.
through to the doors.
Yeah.
That's what we had last time. Because I was stood here filming, and it sounded like the doors open.
Jesus again.
Jesus again.
That must have, if that's coming through twice, that must have pretty significant meaning.
So the picture was in there. Then.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Jesus again. So that's
Have you tried in the bar yet?
I stood in the bar, but
No, it's in the bar area.
yeah, in that part there. Yeah, I've been in there. But
Yeah.
See, it's kicked in again.
what, the speaker?
No, that's,
Oh, that-
that's the aircon.
Aircon's kicked in again.
It's not turned on at all.
How are you doing, Phil?
Agitated.
Why are you agitated? Is it because we're not understanding you this time? Are you trying to tell us something and we're not getting it? Is that what's agitating you? Try and stand somewhere and name an object that you're standing. Stomach. Stomach.
What we thought last time, we come back again and I think it'll be different and it's been totally different so far now.
Well, this is just the start.
Yeah. This is
We've
just
got
getting
loads
going
more
now.
do yet.
Because I can't understand why that's come back on again and the power's gone to the speaker straight away.
Weird.
Well, it hasn't come back on. That's a chiller, isn't it? Is that the chiller?
The chillers are always on.
That just said a name.
Alma, I think. Alma.
Elmer. That's an old name, that is.
Yeah.
Whole name from the club.
From this club, like from previous, like the past.
Yeah.
Elmer, are you here trying to communicate with us?
Sarah just said she just did a noise down here where the REM pod and the EMF was.
That's where we had it last time as well, knocking.
I know we had knocking here last time. Yeah, that's what we had last time.
Who sits up here?
Um,
Who died recently?
Arthur and
Doreen.
Doreen. Ask if Doreen's here.
What was that bang?
Yeah, I had it over here. Do you know what that was?
I thought it was in my feet, it's like it was underneath.
Well, it's blood now.
Go down cellar.
Says blood.
It said blood.
Yeah.
Is there anybody here that's named Doreen? If there is, you used to sit up in the corner. Can you give us a knock, please? Or if you don't want to knock, use our energy, and there's some devices set around the room. If you go near them, they'll make a noise. Or some of them don't make a noise. 19.
19. Is that your age?
Or is that how many spirits are here?
I was 17 when Mum died.
I was 19 when my nan died.
Oh.
I just realised I was 19 when my nan died.
What was your nan's name? Kath.
6 is June 6 when I was born.
Is anybody here? There's some devices. You go near them. They'll make a noise.
Where's the other one?
Graham opens conceal.
There's the other one. Or you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought initially, if you look at the bar, you see between the pumps, in the middle,
Yeah.
you know where obviously the screen is on the till,
On the left hand side.
it was like a figure standing there.
Yeah, on the left of it.
Like, I thought that, and then right,
Yeah.
if you look through the glass of the door, it looks like someone's just staring right at me.
Yeah, because last time, them doors at the back open, because me and you had to go and check and make sure there was no one there.
That's where they heard that noise, where it's like.
Yeah. Well, that was similar to the sound we had last time.
But here as well, this is where they had the orbs
The orbs coming through
on the
there.
cameras.
And it went freezing when I was standing there. I heard the
what did that just say?
That's just that cat.
That just say, didn't you see your nan with Kath?
Yeah.
She's come through with Kath.
That's it, Kath?
He just, yeah, 19. He was 19 when Kath died.
Cameron.
Oh, Cameron.
Oh, sorry. I thought it said Kath myself. Is anyone standing over here that wants to touch me? To prove you're here?
Or touch anybody else in the club to show you here. Do you love somebody in this club? I need that speaker because for some reason I've been blocking
The week before, I went on the 19th, she died.
On the 19th
On the 19th of March. And her name was Pam. Pam.
See, we'll try spirit box a bit later on. Because the spirit box you can actually
My one's funeral's 19th of June.
So 19th has
19 has a lot of issues, a lot of things, because my nan died on the 19th.
Yeah, it's coming through as
It was
that.
a week before my 19th birthday.
angry. Why are you angry? Can you say why you're angry, please?
Which one are you paying?
Video.
Yeah.
Video. Well, we are filming. You're more than welcome to come and show yourself to us.
Please do.
Volume maximum.
What's that?
Have you had to put it on that because the speaker died over there?
Yeah.
Did that just say you heard me?
Yeah. So we've got a device going now. If you can talk to us, if you need our energy, please use it. We've got a device now that you can communicate to us through it. Can you say hello? Is that here again?
False.
False.
Anybody who needs help?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
What did that one come up with?
Anybody who hear us, can you help?
Ghost.
Ghost.
I still feel like I'm staring at the
Pains, organs.
Yeah.
There's a spirit talking down here as well, by the way, so don't jump when it
If there's
speaks.
somebody here now with us, it's spirit.
Is that the same dead body?
That's just a dead body.
Yeah.
Find out if we all die tonight.
Can somebody be more stronger and come through before everybody else?
that
Please,
one
not all
say?
at once.
What?
You push.
You push.
Don't go.
Where shouldn't we go?
Others.
Should we not go in the cellar?
Sister. Has anyone got a sister?
I have.
And then they
That's passed.
passed, yeah.
If you're here and know anybody in this club now with us, can you tell us their names?
I've just walked past this chair and I thought someone was sat in it.
Here's your mum. I've just heard, here's your mum.
No way. That's the blocker.
What was your mum's name? Kath.
Mine, no, that was my nan.
That's your nan. What was your mum?
Not mine, I don't want the blockings.
Oh, Sylvia. Sylvia, is that you? Can you give us a clear yes, please?
Does that one just say that?
Did I just come up with seat?
Well,
See? Have I just seen them in the chair? Because I swear I walked past the chair and I just thought someone was there.
Julia. This one says Julia.
Julia.
Is there somebody here named Sylvia that likes to communicate with anybody?
Did that just repeat Julia?
I think you tried.
Yeah.
a little bit. I got bored as well.
I thought I... What?
That's 17.
17, that was.
17. Voice.
Ian, are you here with us now? I say call her.
Sure.
That sounded a bit angry.
That's coming through loads.
Yeah. Is there somebody here that knows calling?
Yeah.
Leon?
Did that just... That didn't just say my name, did it?
What did that say? Sink.
My stomach, but he pronounces it wrong. Is that what it just said?
If there is somebody
Yeah.
here with us, can you go near to Corey on the stage, please?
That said my stomach and that one said sick.
Did it? No,
What
how
the fuck
weird
was
is
that?
6 again.
6 again.
I've just heard a tap over here. Wait a minute. We had Angel come out earlier.
Yeah.
There's an angel here. And I said, if you stand by an object and name the object that you're standing by, and I've just realised, I heard a tap over here and then I realised there's an angel there.
And we...
Oh, God.
Jesus, H. I know. That was loud, that was.
That was wicked.
That was somebody here now. My hair's gone and...
Something's aggressive for you.
There's definitely somebody here now. There's definitely somebody here now.
That says woman, I think.
Woman.
The strong male that's coming through, can you tell us your name, please?
Did you any of yous over there just breathe really heavily? Did you ever breathe over here?
I thought it was Corey.
I've just heard a breath, a really strong breath. Do you know what? It's the same flaming place I saw someone sitting in the chair as well. Coming to think of it.
Do you want me to sit there?
Go for it, see what you feel.
Which one was it? This one?
Yeah, that one that you're standing by.
That just said me.
It's laughing.
It's laughing.
It's laughing. It's gone ha ha. Yeah. Just went yeah then on the necrophonic.
Someone's playing.
Do you think it's funny?
It says call on this one.
Says what?
Call.
Call out. We're all calling out.
If there is something here, can you go next to Corey on stage and set the devices off for us?
That necrophonic is dead active, isn't it?
I know, that's strange.
Someone's touching the show.
Communication. We are communicating.
If there's somebody near Corey now, can set one of the devices off, showing you there.
Name. It says name on this one.
Mum.
Do you want Corey to go in the cellar again?
Call out show here again.
Whatever. I think you want to go in the cellar again, Corey.
Guys, we're down in the cellar. We've got a lone vigil coming for you.
Right guys, so as you can see, as I'm taking my hood off, which is unusual for me. We've got one vigil going up opposite the stairs in the old bar there, down into the cellar. All alone.
It's like breathing down my neck.
What do you want?
Yo! Did you hear it? Have you had anything?
There's one piece of tinsel that's just on its own, and it's moving side to side very slow.
Det var länge sedan vi sågs.
The video's still going on. Hello guys, thank you very much for tuning in to something a little bit different actually. Wanted to try something new by putting an episode in with a live and just basically having a chat about it afterwards. So something quite new. I've got a great panel sitting in the back as usual. I'm going to bring them on. First of all, I'm going to start with MC Simon.
Hey, hi guys, how everybody?
Hey.
No,
And
old rapper.
he's taking his hoodie off, but there he is. And then we've got Highland Girl in her new house. Hang on a minute, are you in John's house?
I was going to say, that's John's house.
That's John's house. And then the beautiful Gay. Hello, Gay.
Hello, Gay. Hello. I'm going to have to turn me up round, man.
Obviously, we've got the usuals. I'm sorry if the mic is delayed. I think it's time for a new webcam. For some reason, the microphone in it is a little bit delayed to the video, so I do apologise. So we've got obviously Rihanna's in the chat. Got iConjure in the chat. The mod legend Barry is in the chat. The beautiful Melissa Jones is in the chat. We've got Julie in the chat. Gay's here. Jodie's here. James is here. Everybody's here. It's great. Fantastic. Absolutely
Hello,
great.
everyone.
Guys,
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
What did you think of tonight's episode?
Fab.
Very, very good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, the thing is with this, and obviously because Simon was there, and just to let everybody know that Simon and Julie's channel, Haunting Hunterz, the link is in the description. So go ahead, follow them because they have a different episode, which you heard them talking about in that video. So to get an idea of what's coming up in future episodes of the Club of Spirits, go over and watch theirs, because there will be references to that previous episode. So I would obviously recommend that. Also, I mean, like I say, it's the first. I've decided to do this in episodes as a series because there was just, as we've discussed, me and Simon have discussed, and on lives, there's a lot of footage. And what I didn't want to do with this one was chop it down into 45 minutes and then people not being able to see exactly what's going on with it. Because a lot of videos we chop down and I wanted everyone to see not just the juicy bits, but how the night progressed. And it does get a lot creepier, doesn't it, Simon?
Oh yes, oh yes. I think you've shown tonight the first part is actually it building up, because it starts getting a lot more interesting. And like Dan said, if you haven't seen our first visit, if you watch that to the club, you'll get a lot of relevant word coming through from that one, which happens in Dan's and obviously ours when we air it. But yeah, it's ramping up very slowly. It's ramping up. We actually spent, how long was it, Dan? About 6 hours? 6
I would
hours
say
there?
it was about 6 hours. Yeah.
Around 6
to
hours.
the point
total.
where at the end of it, the batteries are dying. When I was filming the last Exorcist method on stage, my memory card actually got full. We were there that long. So it was, thanks very much, Eva. So yeah, there's a lot building up. There's a couple of Exorcist methods. One of them, particularly, all I'm saying is Julie is a really good one. Seem to love Julie, don't they? Watch out for that one. There is a couple of lone visuals, one with a spirit talker, one with a necrophonic. That's Corey, Lynn, and I'm really sorry, Lee. It was Lee, wasn't it? Lee.
Yeah. Lee did.
There was that many people in there. It was, Lee went on his own, which you saw a little clip at the end. So how's everybody doing? How are you doing tonight, Lee?
I'm good. And can I just say before we carry on that incorporating your premiere video in with a live chat is genius. It's been really well worked out, and I don't think it's ever been done before that I know of anyway. So Dan, I want to say fair play to you, legend, can't fault you, mate. So that was it's good. I like the way you've done it. So I can't fault you. Everyone, you've got to give them a thumbs up for that. If you've not hit that thumbs up already, do it now because it's genius. It's never been done.
It's something. I don't think it has been done, has it? And
I don't think it has.
Would be great.
I've not seen anybody else doing it.
No, never.
No,
everyone always. It's the end, like the end of the video. Everyone says goodbye.
Yeah.
It's never goodbye again. It's always see you next time. Never goodbye. It's always see you next time.
Well,
never goodbye.
That's true. But it is usually just
I'm good,
the
mate.
premier's ended. Thanks for coming. All right, cool. Gay, how are you feeling?
Yeah, so far so good, thanks.
Good.
I'm tired because I got up. Hey, I'm tired. I got up at 6. I still had a really restless night, but I got up when my alarm went off at 6.
Way.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
I know I saw you pop up in the chat, and I was like, "Oh, that's dedication. I love you for that." And we've got Highlander Girl, who seems to have won the lottery.
She's done very well on the channel.
Yes. That's the piano I play.
Is it right?
Is that the piano that Dan played at the beginning of his thing that Simon did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yes, it was.
I thought I missed him for a few weeks. I wonder where he'd been.
So, Susan, how are you?
Not bad. Starting to get a little better.
Have you been ill?
You're starting to feel a little better?
Spiritual wise, I'm needing help, but I'm getting that from the Catholic Church. So
okay.
I don't trust.
As long as you're
have
right,
issues
though,
with pastors. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I have issues with pastors, but this one I like. Something about him is a really good guy. So.
Oh, back scratches out.
You're right, Joe.
Please tell me that has a
I
little
wake
hand
up
on
with
the end.
with an allergic reaction to something, and I am so itchy. I think I might have to go and grab an antihistamine or something.
Sounds like you're allergic to sleep. You're up this early.
Honestly, I am scratching all over.
Reach down and help her, Dan. Reach down and help her, Dan.
There we go. Let's scratch that. Oh, no, that looks
Maybe
really
not.
bad.
That's not very good.
Lee, how are you
Oh,
feeling?
dear.
Or
There we
and
go.
Simon?
I'm
I
very
just
well,
wondered
thank
because
you.
I just wondered because my son was over yesterday. You know, he's been cleared of the COVID and everything, but his body's still aching. He's still feeling so drained, he said. And he said even though he's back at work, he when he's at home, all he wants to do is sleep. He's just got no energy. And that's why I wondered how you guys are going.
Is that a big
Oh,
thing?
Yeah,
big,
I've been
big
wondering that
thing.
too.
Well,
how are
think
you
we
feeling,
feel
Si?
a lot better. A lot better. I think it's finally leaving at last.
Oh, that's good.
Still a
I
bit
really hope
snotty,
so.
but yeah, I feel a lot better. I stayed up really late last night getting a video out for tomorrow night. So, yeah, I'm coming back again. I've got me editing head back on again. So I'm all right
There
now.
we go. And
I don't
are we
want to
allowed
get out.
to? We're allowed to. We're allowed to see
Okay,
what
calm down.
episode that is, aren't we?
What, tomorrow? The police station? Yeah.
So
by
the
all
police,
means.
so it's the police station. So everybody,
see Dan's.
just while I type out the bill to Simon, don't forget to go over and watch Simon's episode tomorrow.
7 o'clock
because,
before
I
staff.
can't wait. I love
Yeah.
seeing all the different perspectives and
Well, you've got us at
and the
7:30,
different ways,
and then staff.
the different ways that you. I just
Yeah.
love the way that the different ways everyone presents things and things like that,
Well, I think
and the
we were-
different
I think we were on
the
about that,
different
weren't we?
captures and things. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good to
You're
see it from a
making my
different
back itch.
perspective.
I'm
She's
sorry.
actually making me itch
I'll
as
join
well.
you.
It's contagious like yawns, is it? We're all be monkeys sitting here itching.
You notice how Gay and Susan have got big sticks though.
Mine's a really old one.
Oh yeah,
mine's an old school one.
Susan,
it's
you look
made
like
of
you've been
wood.
cooking eggs with that.
I think they're actually whipped.
Which one have you got, Eva? The one that Susan's got or Gay's got? I tell you what, we never need any more paranormal episodes, do we? We can literally just
stick a static coming, guys. How?
yeah, do it. Kim says, I can't take you serious, Gay.
Scratch out.
Oh, Anne has the one
good.
that Susan has. There we go. There we go. So, a topic which I'm just going to quickly bring up, and I think obviously it was mentioned by James, and Lee's obviously, I think Lee's got probably a good thing to say about it, is when you're on a ghost hunt. I say I don't like using ghost hunting that much, but it's on my t-shirt. When is the best time to use normal vision and night vision, as there's different channels that do things different ways? What do you think about that, guys?
Well, I messaged you halfway through your live stream because James actually James put a good comment up saying, well, about night vision and what have you. And I think we're all individuals and we all do things a little bit differently. But personally, I like if it's a place that if I've never been to a place before. I like to go around the building, with normal lights on. Let's get everybody to have a feel of the place. Not just for us, but for the people at home. when is the best time to go for night vision? When you're ready, I think, is the only way I can actually say it. Really, when it's ready for, when you've done the thing and you've done because people seem to forget the reason YouTubers, and it is mainly YouTubers, do their investigations of a night time is to give the creep effect. But spirits are around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no days off, you know, but they're around all the time. So day, night. But I think YouTubers do it simply because of the creep factor. So it's nice to actually get base readings with your K2, have a look around with the lights on, look for anything like radiators that may be switched on, electricity, boilers, things like that, because it may affect your K2. When you've done all that and you've done a little bit of investigation with the lights on, then if you want to, go for night vision. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to go night vision, you go all night vision, no torches, no other lights on your camera, because that defeats the object. If you're going to go night vision, you go dark. But that's just my opinion. When is entirely up to you. But sorry, I gabbled on a bit there.
Well, I think
no, you didn't.
No, it's fine. I think what it is preference, because I mean, if you look at, for example, and I'm going to bring up the episode that me and Simon did together, which was the Graveyard of Fear. And my night vision camera I forgot my memory card that night, like an idiot. So I filmed in normal vision on a different camera, and Simon filmed in night vision, and the episodes were just as good, even though one was in night vision, and it made no difference to the investigation, did it, sir?
No, not at all. I mean, it's like Lee says. I mean, initially you have lights on. Take for example the police station. We walk around there with the lights on to make sure they're safe. There's nobody else in there. And then when we feel confident, then we go full lights out, don't we? Obviously, the first thing we've got to do is make sure it's safe for us. But yeah, for example, the Graveyard of Fear. Yeah, you did forget your memory card. Initially, we were going to both.
Sorry.
We were both going to film with lights on, weren't we? But then I thought, well, if you're filming normal, I'll film night vision. So because we've both got different videos, it's good to see a different angle and vision. Plus, you don't know if one thing's going to pick something up and then one isn't another.
Yeah,
it's true.
I think everybody's
true. It's black. Sorry, by the way, black. Or pink, depends what mood I'm in.
Dayglow. You need Dayglow ones.
Yeah.
Fluorescent ones.
Going back to what Simon just said briefly, when you're investigating like an abandoned building, which most of us here on this panel have investigated an abandoned building, you've got to go in there with lights on. You've got, especially if it's a place you've never been before. Mind you, even if it's a place that you have been before. Now, I've watched your guys, Simon's and Dan's videos of St. Joseph's, and things have been moved, haven't they? So you've got big items, hefty items that have been broken or moved. So you've got to go in there with lights. You can't just walk into these places in full night vision. So what Simon just said is bang on for your own, and that the word was safety.
It's too dangerous. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Having said that, though, when we went to St. Joseph's the second time, we did actually go in all night vision.
Yeah, and I was worried for you guys.
Yeah,
I remember watching it and I was worried because I thought, oh God, you're going to fall in a hole. The whole time I was tense.
Well, actually, we nearly did the second time because round the back, luckily I spotted it. There was a big hole and I think it would have broke someone's leg if we got down it. But yeah, that's a risk we take though. It's like Lee just said, stuff does get moved. We walked in and we could tell straight away. My RVC could be moved.
Yeah.
People are in there all the time, and you don't know if anybody's setting anything up maliciously or doing it on purpose. But the second time we did go in fully night vision, didn't we? Being a bit braver, I suppose.
When you go night vision, it does actually bring the fear factor in the investigator. Whoever the investigator is, whether it's me, Dan, if it's whoever around the world.
Yeah.
When you go to these locations, it's night vision. When you go night vision and you go complete darkness, the fear factor and the adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah.
With respect to anybody, anybody who has an issue with the way that people interact on all of our channels with the paranormal, with the spirits, so to say, it's when you're there and you're hearing, you're knowing you're the only people in that location, and you're hearing the footsteps, the knocks, and it's complete darkness.
Yeah.
Your brain, there's a part of the brain where you just sort of, you can't help
When
it.
you're in
You could be the bravest person on the planet, and you're there, and your heart starts to go. You feel your knees go slightly. You feel the hairs on your back of your neck. Your arms are, the hairs on your arms stand up, and you do go, shit. I can hear that, and you do. It's partly excitement, it's partly fear, and I don't care who the paranormal investigator is, wherever you are in the world, you do lights out, darkness, night vision, new wave footsteps. You get a bit of fear in you.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I think
And
what me saying
all your
tend to do
senses-
is turn our.
All your senses are
Go on, Gabe.
heightened when you're in darkness.
Yeah, they do.
All your other senses are heightened. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you see a shadow, you think, "Gee, did I really see a shadow?" Then you start, you know, you start and say it's.
Yeah.
And if you hear something, it's heightened to you. Yeah.
It really is. A good example of that is, Dan will agree, was probably St. Joseph's the second time when we actually, we were seeing figures all the time, and we were in the ward bit, weren't we? We were thinking we were seeing heads walking down the corridor. And we were like, what the hell? It was like, it was still active and people were still walking and using that corridor. It was
Like it was still a hospital.
Like it was still a hospital.
Yeah.
It was absolutely crazy. And by the way, guys, it's still accessible, so we need to go back.
I saw your message earlier. Yeah, I'm quite excited about that. So
yeah, while we can. Apparently, there's no builders in us yet, so we definitely need to get back quick.
Yeah, get in
pretty
before
soon, I think.
Changed,
definitely.
Yeah, very soon.
I 100%. Your eyes can play havoc with your mind in the dark, and that's true.
Exactly.
And your imagination as well. Your imagination must run wild sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what we have to try and decipher. That's what we have to try and think, don't we? Sometimes, and was it reflection off my eye light, or was it a car going past, or we're always trying to debunk stuff. But it is good when in your mind you can't debunk it. Yeah, exactly, Susan. Yeah.
The perfect
scratch again then.
The perfect example for that. Sorry, carry on.
I think Dan's on for a whipping.
Simon, you saying that about lights, I've been caught out on it so many times. And I think, and for those that watched the Paranormal Boys video at the Demon House yesterday, I think it was. Personally, I think that was a case of lights as well, because they saw the infamous underneath the staircase, underneath the loft. Sorry, that set of stairs that come down. They thought they heard a noise, and then I've been there 2 or 3 times, and I've heard noises all the time coming from that area. But as they pan round, you could see there was the night vision light and the torch light, which was on as well, did actually come across each other across the wall. And like I said, I've been caught on it, and it does look like, at the corner of your eye, you're seeing the shadow. You're seeing a figure walk past, but it's not. It is purely just light, and that's what a lot of paranormal investigators, myself included, and I have fell for that. You've just got, I've just seen something. Yeah, so you've got to be really careful. You've got to be careful.
You have. That's why I like, for example, the church that obviously Chris and Kim have been to. There is absolutely no light whatsoever. You know, there is nothing. When them cameras go night vision, there is absolutely nothing. And Julie will vouch for that. She hated it. It was horrible.
I've been with you guys. I've worked with you guys.
Yeah,
And I think there was one point off camera when we did the chain tree where you went to night vision. Alex had his light on, and I had to tell him to turn his light off.
Yeah.
And I went, turn your torch off, mate. Turn your torch off. All right. So, yeah, I can 100% vouch for Haunting Hunters there. So.
I mean,
James
it is hard. Yeah, I did comment. It's in a bad state, James, unfortunately, but they have arrested 4 men apparently. The fire brigade.
Yeah, well, that was my next. That was my next topic.
I'm not sure, James, if it's the company that's brought it is apparently going to turn it into apartments. The old bit at the back into apartments. I think it's all down to how much you want to spend redoing it.
Yeah.
But I think possibly it might just get flattened. I think the damage is that bad, unfortunately, because the roads are actually still cornered off, apparently, and the fire brigade investigators are in there, so I don't think it's going to be.
What I saw, it looked pretty bad. It looked pretty bad.
All inside. Apparently it's somebody covering the tracks, apparently, so.
Well, the whole area high. Yeah. Is that why it took so long? Because everyone's high on the weed that was hiding in the roof.
Probably.
No wonder me and John couldn't get in. It was that good padlocked. Imagine us walking in and going.
How big?
Oh.
It's in all seriousness, no. It's a place
how big that was.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a place that I first saw it on YouTube, and it was Carl and his other team that he used to go before his Dark Arts. What was his other team?
Dark Territory. He's still with them, Dark Territory.
Oh, he's still with them, is there? So I used to watch. That was the first time I came across the leopard, and I was fascinated with it. And I watched more and more videos, and I was like, well, that's a place that I've got to go to. And it's like what Kim's just commented: all that local history lost, and it's it's a proper shame, and yeah.
Right, I think Dan's resigned. Chris, I think he wants me to take over. That's absolutely fine. But
right, so everybody,
Revenge is tweet.
No, have you got something in your eye, have you, Simon?
Yeah.
Molly Lee drank in that pub in the Leopard. Molly Lee. I mean, Burslem. I mean, it's a pretty Molly Lee. For people that don't know about Molly Lee, is she was the alleged witch of Burslem. Yeah, we did an investigation of Molly Lee's grave, and I didn't realise Molly Lee. I know she's seen around Burslem allegedly, but I didn't know she drank in the Leopard. So that's fascinating. There we go. I didn't know that.
Proves how old the actual Leopard is. It's a very old building, but you know, it's funny because you look at the pictures of before and after, and it looks like there's a tunnel that goes through the building in like the early days, and then now it's just a shop. It was just a shop window. But I had a really strange, because I had a mate that was a drummer, and he went to do the drums there. And if anyone knows, like, it's basically you walk in and you've got the pub, which is 2 rooms, and then you've got the bar. And then to get to the smoking shelter, you have to go to a really old, creepy staircase. You have to go down the staircase to get to the smoking shelter, and then upstairs was to the hotel part. And I remember seeing this old guy, standing at the top of the stairs, and I was like, "Are you all right there, mate?" And he just come down the stairs, staggered really slowly, stared at me in the face, and then just walked off, never to be seen. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but then I'm thinking, bloody hell, was that an actual person, or did I see a full apparition without even knowing it? You know, and coming to think of it, he was dressed in old clothes. I remember thinking, you're dressed in old clothes, you know. So who knows? Is that possible?
Yes,
Yes, it is.
Very possible.
Well, it's got a lot of history. Obviously, there was meant to be one of the ladies of the night was murdered in there as well. So you know, it's got some negative, dark history behind it, and that's only the stuff we know of. It's just a shame that, unfortunately, I don't think anybody will be going in there again. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Carl actually saw me post about it. I think you probably saw it as well. Carl actually saw about it and said, "Oh no, gutted," because he actually filmed there with Dark Territory. So you know, he was gutted as well that you know he's not going to be back there again. So yeah, it's a great shame, unfortunately, but this is what happens when people get in there, and they shouldn't be. Well, doing illegal things.
Yeah, and I think,
if you know what I mean.
Right.
I think the paranormal and the urbex community we're gonna be losing quite a few buildings throughout 2022. I think. Quite a few are going to be knocked down. I know it's such a shame, but apparently the asylum in Northwest Denby Asylum that is being reconverted into apartments as well. Obviously, St. Joseph's is being converted. In fact, 2 buildings are going to be knocked down, which is understandable. If you've been in there, you'll understand why. The structural damage is just horrific. So it's unfortunate. And then there is a lot of old government buildings that people go to that again are being shut down and redeveloped or completely just torn down.
But sorry for interrupting. Sorry, Dan. But all because the buildings have gone. I mean, yeah, you've got a lot about the stone tape theory. So a lot of buildings have that connection, don't they? And you've got things like time slips that could be present, and that's just one theory. But all because the buildings have gone and whatever. If there could be a complete flat piece of land, and which had, I'll give you an example off the top of my head, Borley Rectory in the UK. Okay. Borley Rectory was allegedly at the time one of the most paranormal haunted places in probably the world. Right, the place is flattened now. There's nothing there, but all because the place isn't there anymore, does it mean that the area itself isn't haunted? Or because
the area
but a lot of us, me included, and we've all done it. We've gone to these abandoned places to try and find spirits. But what if the spirits are still there when the building's gone? There's a complete new housing estate. There could be spirits just walking about in somebody's back garden. You know, from residual from where they used to be.
Yep.
Yeah. It could, because a lot of spirits do a residual replay, don't they? I mean, I don't even think those residual replays are actually spirits. I think they're just a copy of that energy that they've left behind.
Oh yeah, totally agree.
You know, I think a spirit can be split. Realistically, you can have part of them in peace, part of them attached in some form. Because I mean, you've seen in the Leopard Inn, I can't remember whose channel it was, but there was on the SLS camera. There was what looked like somebody was reenacting being strangled on the floor. Does anyone recall?
I think I can just about remember it. Yeah.
I think it was Haunted Finders episode when they went because they went to.
Excuse me.
All right.
Is that because I said Haunted Finders?
No, but Jason's come up with a good point. Jason's just put on Borley Rectory. The church and the nuns still walk Borley, and it's still very much active. The rectory is not even there anymore. The church is still there. From what I know of, anyway. But yeah, I agree with you, Dan. There's a lot. Most of these places, most of these buildings, and that have been torn down would still technically have. I mean, spirits are everywhere. But can I just? Sorry, Dan. can I just ask Susan
Yeah.
what she thinks about the split? What Dan just said about a spirit being
Go
sort of
for it.
split.
Go for it. Yeah. Of course.
Sure. Go ahead. For
What Dan said.
me, from what I understand, our when our soul passes, there are two parts of us. There's the bad part of us, and then there's the good part of us. The good part of us is what leaves here. The bad part stays, or goes someplace else. But I know we split in two. So
Yeah.
because we're human, we make mistakes. We do this, we do that. What we've done to have those bad mistakes, that will be gone from us. So like I said, it depends what you do in this life is how you're going to be in the next. So if you have evil intentions during this lifetime, then your light will leave and you will stay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's like we visit Lillishall Abbey, don't we? We visit Lillishall Abbey, Morton Corby Castle. There isn't much left of them places, but look at the stuff we get there. You know,
exactly. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna make sure over the next coming weeks that I get Lee to Croxton Abbey so he can fulfil his challenge. You need to do your challenge before I do my challenge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Pour the water out the
lying
graves.
down in one of those
wet graves.
In one of those graves. Mind you, say that though. Rianne did it, so I'll be up for it, whatever the weather. Rianne did it, so kudos to Rianne from Staffordshire Paranormal Explore. She did it, so
I'll watch
do
that. It was good.
The challenge is still set for all of you.
Yeah, I'll be doing it.
I'll take my hat off to Rianne.
We'll have to find one big enough for James. We might have to squash him in a bit.
Well, no, it's because of his hair.
Well, if he takes his hairband off, he'll be fine.
If he takes his headband off, it might be all right.
It'll be fine.
I'm just waiting for him to come up on the chat.
Yeah. Definitely, Rianne. If you can do it, definitely. These pair can.
Well,
Dan, if you don't mind me saying something, if you don't mind.
Go on, go for it. Everybody welcome.
A building may fall down, but if the spirits are already in there, no matter how many floors you have, whatever floors they had when they passed will be the floors that they will be walking on. So even if you rebuild something on it, those spirits are still going to be in that area.
I believe that.
I can believe that as well.
Yeah.
When me and Alex visited these... Go on, sorry, Dan.
I was just quickly, and then we'll go on. What I was going to say, which is, you know, when you have an old building that's been knocked down, and then you have a housing estate that's been built on that, and then you have spirits that have been seen to walk through walls.
Yeah.
Well, they could be walking the old layout of the old building that was there before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
So that's my theory. Go on. What were you going to say there, Lee?
No, I was going to just agree with both of you actually, because when me and Alex were at St Margaret's Asylum in Birmingham, when we're hearing the footsteps around us, the footsteps seem to be coming from above. But there was, as you see on our video, there's literally clearly 3 floors. There were no floors. So I was just going to agree with the pair of you and give an example, really. So yeah, totally agree with you both.
I mean, a good example is York. People see the Romans, don't they, walking down the road, but they only see them above knee height, which originally would have been the height of the road back in them days.
Yeah.
You know, so
well, there's been a lot of sightings of that on the M6.
There has as well. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Oh, you said about that, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah. Between junction 16 and 19, I think it is, because in Cheshire, where that road goes through, there used to be a battle there. A Saxon. It was a Saxon battle or something. So they've seen soldiers on the M6, as you said, their side, knee high.
Well, simply because you build what we used, and we still do it now. And the prime example is the ancient Ram Inn. You've got layers and layers. You build on layers, right? So they're just walking across their normal route. And for those that have been lucky enough, Simon, I know you've been to the ancient Ram. The place is so small. You look out the top room window, and you're more or less on the main road.
Road height.
Do you know what I mean? And that's in the upstairs.
Yeah.
So totally agree with you. And it's like what Kim just said, it's like seeing legs dangling, and it is.
Well, if you open the door to that, then you just get a face appearing at you.
Especially in the winter with the bishop's room.
Happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's actually supposed to be. It said the signs in the window that says there's actually supposed to be a woman.
There is.
There appears a face.
Of the window.
Looks out the window.
Yeah. Good question from James. Question to all: what's your favourite piece of equipment for an investigation?
I can answer this easy. Your ears and your eyes, firstly.
Yeah, yourself.
It's a good one.
Your senses.
I don't know if this is a question for you guys, obviously Dan and Lee. Do you think when you first started your channel, you weren't as open as you are now? Yeah.
100%.
Do you find that, Dan?
I
feel a lot more open now.
The reason I started my channel was I felt very open at Amy's. Because that's where the channel started, because we were having spirits just constantly. And then it's weird. It seems to die off and then come back. And then I feel very distant to spirits at the moment. And I think that's probably because I've closed myself off.
Yeah, possibly with us not being well, we haven't been out as much, and it does seem like that. Because I've noticed it in Julie. Julie started coming with me, and I've noticed Julie change as well, and she seems more open to it now as well, and she picks up a lot more, and she's actually got braver in herself as well at asking questions and stuff. So,
I've noticed that.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
That wasp again.
I know it's a blinking big one. Whack it, gay, whack it.
I'm going to stick on to James's question for a second. But I'm going to change it up for Gay and Susan. So I just want to quickly, because they're part of the panel, I want to make them part of the questions that are being asked. I'm going to elaborate on James's question for Susan and Gay. What is your favourite piece of equipment when you're watching an investigation?
Mine is the spirit box where they talk. I find it. I can find the chat a lot better with that part. The seeing part is a little hard for me. That's more of an Anne thing. Although I do agree with her, because I can't dispute whether she's seen it or not. She knows what she sees. We've been mediums for so long that it's just second nature to us. So what I don't pick up, she picks up. And I agree with her, because after a while I'll go back and I'll take a look, and she's right. That's what's there. But yeah, Anne and I basically work together, and I think that's the best way that her and I could be. Spirit mediums need to stand together.
And what about
because
you, Gay?
Without us knowing each other, it would be anything.
I do like EVPs, like the EVP recorder, but it depends on who's interpreting it. Because I've noticed some channels, I don't know, some channels seem to put in stuff that just sounds like the background noise to me, whereas others, when you hear a proper EVP, you hear it. Do you know what I mean? So when you hear that EVP, I think that's genuine, and I like that. And I love the cat balls too.
Yeah, I like the camera. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I think the first I started this channel, right, and I was like, oh great, yes, I've got an EVP machine. Oh, brilliant, yeah. Is there any spirits here? I'm gonna listen to this back. I think it's broken, Amy. Couldn't hear. Never caught an EVP. Never caught an EVP. I think
Me
it
neither.
was so difficult.
Only had one.
To capture what? Capture.
Only had one.
Yeah. Is that the one at the St. Joseph's?
Yeah, and that was off the camera microphone, not an EVP recorder. That's the only one we've ever had. Never had anything else. Even off a normal EVP recorder. Never.
I think the best EVP you ever had, Si, was at the Demon House.
Yeah, that was off the camera.
That was on camera.
That's the only time I've ever had anything. A little bit of a spoiler, but obviously in the video tomorrow, I did actually ask, didn't I, to speak into the camera instead of an EVP recorder. Yeah. Didn't show anything, which is good. You know, I couldn't hear anything, but you know, it shows it's not all the time. So,
true.
You know, there you go. But,
The best EVP we ever had was out of our. I've never caught anything on a camera, on a voice recorder, but through the camera was at Cannock Chase, and I was talking to camera about Raymond Morris. We all know who he is. And I actually said, my exact thing to camera was, I think his name was Raymond Morris, and it was a female voice, and it came through the microphone. It went, it is. And we've got that on tape. So I was talking about Raymond Morris. I think his name was Raymond Morris. It is. And that came through the camera and it was caught, and we've got it on our channel. So it's just really difficult, isn't it, with EVPs? I mean, they're easily, unless you, what Gage just said, you've got to trust the people who are doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's easy for me to do. I could sit here and go to you now, hello, is anybody there? Right. And I could do it and go, hello, is anybody there? Now, them two things that I've just said sound alike. So I could record something 5 minutes prior off camera, and somebody in the background would go, hello there, or something. And then you play it back. Unless the video is, this is why I like, and I don't like to name drop anybody, but I will on this occasion. And that is Dark Ops, and that is Carl. I've never met the guy, but if you watch his videos, they're practically uncut. So they'll play they'll do the voice recorder, and then they'll play it back there and then, uncut, uncut, and he will show to the camera the actual timestamp and everything on the voice recorder. Yeah. So you think, okay, anything that's cut on any paranormal channel, anything that's cut on any paranormal channel,
you've got to question it, don't you?
Absolutely, 100%.
I don't even think, because I've had a really long, hard think about this, about how people could fake EVP. It's not because I would ever do it myself, but I've had a good, long think about it. Now, it's very, very easy, even an uncut video, to fake an EVP. And you would simply, EVPs have SD card slots, right? So when you are basically listening back to an EVP on your video, you can insert that into your timeline on your editor, take it off the SD card, insert it, then get another microphone and record yourself saying, I'm here. Yeah, and then you can insert that into your timeline, change the pitch, drop the volume down, and there you go. You put that over, and when your video plays, you've got an EVP. All you need to know is what you're going to listen to, or what you're going to fake before you fake it, because in your video you've got to record yourself going, did I just say that, you know, because you know you're going to record yourself saying that later on.
I don't see the point, and this is what infuriates me. Why do people, with all due respect to the general public, but why do people continue to watch videos on people on YouTube, knowing full well that they're fake, or are these people just like, well, it could be real? I know. I'm really sorry if I've offended anybody, but
I'm with you on that one, Lee. I'm totally with you.
I'm with you too.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I
listening?
really don't get it unless your video says at the beginning, "This is for entertainment purposes only."
Yeah,
I know as a
exactly.
viewer, I know that this could be fabricated. I know, right?
Yeah.
But going through it with EVP, which and I'm not going to name the channel, but people that watch me and Simon's lives know what I'm on about. But it's you can tell I've sat there and I've timed when people are saying things over their thing, and I've sat there and done it, especially during COVID when we were on lockdown. I had bugger all else to do, and that is sit there and I'll listen to. Hello, is anybody here in this abandoned place with me? Right, let's play that back. Cut on the video. Then they'll play it back. Hello, is anybody? And it doesn't match up. Blatant fake EVPs. Fake. Why do people do it? I don't know.
That's it.
I can't understand why
people
from
my conjure.
The
a question from my conjure. At any point have you ever felt like you've wanted to give up? This is probably more for you two.
No, never. Never give up. Even if I've got no arms and legs, I'll still go out. Definitely.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Yes. Just recently.
Yeah, I thought
that.
Yeah.
When I've worked with, at the beginning of our channel, I worked with Lindsay, my friend. Me and Lindsay have been friends forever. And obviously she got a new job, and we don't live near each other and what have you. So so she got a new job and what have you. So that went out, and I did it on my own. And then I met up with Alex, and me and Alex have been doing it for a while. And I'm not going to go into any details about why Alex isn't doing it anymore. It's partly me that made that decision. But it made me think, well, it's me mate, and I miss me mate. I'm going to miss me mate. I have got somebody else who's going to be joining the channel, but I have thought, well, is it going to be the same? Are people going to like it still? And nothing's going to change. But in my head, I'm going, in my heart, I'm going, oh, I don't know. But don't worry, I've kicked myself up my own arse, and we are going to be carrying on as normal. So everything's going to be the same. So I'll give myself a good kick up the backside, and we're not going anywhere. We're just going to have a bit of hiatus for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I did think about quitting.
We've got lots planned anyway, haven't we? And I think loads planned. And it's not just abandoned buildings across the Parafam. We are obviously really drilling in together to get decent locations. Just to name a few, Graiseley Old Hall, so you remembered. Obviously we've got Antwerp Mansion, which is coming up. This year we're ramming just loads of great investigations. So there's just there's loads to be done, and I think actually being part of the paranormal family has allowed, because these places are expensive. So by going to these places as a family, as a collective of paranormal groups, you're going to a location with people that you trust, so you can leave your equipment around the building, you can and stuff like that.
It's safe.
You all right down there, mate? Yeah. You're looking up. I was like, you all right down there? I find myself looking at Simon on screen.
I was waiting for a bell.
Oh, right. But no, I mean, it's just loads better than we could do it together, and we can all share the cost. Yeah. There's a lot of us that don't get money from YouTube. There's a lot of us that are monetized but get pennies until you're really, really big. So even if you see someone that's got memberships on their channel and stuff like that, it doesn't necessarily mean they're making enough to cover the costs. You know, so it's one of them. You guys need to watch Steve's video on Ouija Brothers. He did it about 3 years back, purely on EVPs. So true and interesting to watch.
I saw that.
Used voice recorders since.
I saw that, Kim.
Very interesting. But we all know ourselves, we would never fake things. No, we wouldn't. We would not fake anything.
I was lucky enough to investigate with Jason Voorhees when we were at Cannock Chase. So I would say respect to Jason there. He knows. He's been on investigations with Dead Cold as well, and Dead Cold Paranormal are legit. So Jason's right.
It was nice. I don't know if you remember at the beginning of my part 2 of Cannock Chase meetup. It was me and Jason that walked from Dead Cold that walked in together into the indoor bit at Cannock, and it was nice to have a chat with him. Because they don't know, Louis, when we started watching Ghost Hunting on YouTube early 2020, we believed it all. Yeah. And then obviously a certain program that used to be on Living TV, say no names, but you all know who we're on about. I used to be a massive fan of them as kids because they were the only ones on telly. And then obviously they have got kicked off telly for faking. So
Mary loved it.
The UK
Mary loved
TV
it.
group.
But people still watching. Even though they've been found out.
It's entertaining. But then sometimes you'll watch it and you think, for God's sake, Yvette, will you stop screaming? Yeah.
Can you whistle to me?
If you watch their YouTube videos at the beginning of every single video, now it says, this episode is not for entertainment purposes.
Yes.
We stand by everything.
Yes.
So
really? Do they?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
It does, yeah. But they've just actually got a television contract in a different country, haven't they?
I don't know.
Have they?
They have literally just got a television.
North Korea, hopefully.
Russia.
Doubt that's going to happen. It's not new episodes though; it's past episodes. So it's probably the Derek Okora ones, you know.
Mary loves
the really old ones. Yeah. You know.
Still my favourite.
What was your thoughts? What was everybody's thoughts? I am trying to get through the comments on the chat.
Thank you, Chris.
Go through them. So when they appear on the screen, we are reading them. What was your thoughts on Derek Okora? God bless his soul.
I went to see him live once.
Yeah.
And this is the God's honest truth. I had it in my head. I took my mom for a birthday, and she was big on Derek Okora. She used to like watching. Sally, Psychic
Can
Sally.
I just interrupt for a minute? Sorry.
Of course you can.
I'll be right back. I've just got to go wake Greg up, make sure, because he sleeps through his alarm. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
I went to see Derek Okora because she liked all stuff like Derek Okora and Psychic Sally, if anybody remembers that. So in the UK, so I took my mum to Derek, and I thought it'd be very funny because I was very sceptical. So we were sitting in the green room, as they call it, at our local theatre. It's a bar, and obviously, and I was going, Mom, what we should do is we should actually just make up some stories, but say it loud enough to each other that the people, because there's going to have people. Why do you think Derek Okora's got big earrings? Do you know what I mean? To get signal through. Right, so I said. So I was talking about. I started making a conversation about Uncle Jeff. Sorry, and he died because of the goat incident. Now, there was. Now I'd made this up, and Mum's going, yeah. But my mum was all like, my mum was like me. She's all like, yeah, leave that damn goat. He shouldn't have killed him. So when we got into the auditorium and we were watching Derek Okora, we was hoping he'd bring up a goat, but he didn't. for the first half of the entire Derek Acora thing, trying to communicate with people, he got nothing. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, you are.
We had a break. Yeah, well, we had a break. Cup of tea, toilets, back into the auditorium, and then he started going carrying what he did before, and a family turned up. Now they weren't there in the first half of the show. Bear in mind, it was an auditorium in my hometown of Lichfield, which holds about 200 people. There was about 50 people in this auditorium, and so you knew who was there. You knew who was sitting behind you and everything. And a new family turned up in the second half of the show, and they weren't there in the first half. But this new family, wow, they got everything. Oh yes, I can sense a heart attack. That was us. Where the freaking hell did they come from? They weren't there in the first half of the show. What are you? And that's what we're all. That's what we're all doing. So honestly, Derek Acora, when I was a bit younger, watching him on Most Haunted, yes, I was entertained. Yes, I did find him legit. It made me laugh. He made me a bit intrigued. But watching him live, watching this random family, wherever they're from, no. Fakers, hell.
Yeah. I think he was a very good showman, I think. Derek Acora was. I think he was very good showman. But yeah, I agree with Anne there. I think he was influenced a lot to perform in ways he shouldn't have. But yeah.
Of course. Yeah. You get known, and then all of a sudden things change because people are asking for certain things, and you want to give it to the people.
Yeah, that's it. Usually pressure.
And this is what brings me back to YouTube again, and that is when you start getting noticed. This is why some YouTubers, I think, are faking a lot of their stuff. And let's not beat about the bush; they do. When you've got that little bit of notoriety, is that the right word? When you've been noticed a little bit, and the pressure's on you a little bit to perform more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with what Simon's just said. That bit of pressure to perform a little bit more. So you've got to give that extra 3% on your next video, which is what I said a couple of weeks back. You've got to give that bit of extra. And Derek Acora, I think, and a lot of other people have slipped into that little.
Actually, depends on how famous you want to be.
Well, that's it, because unfortunately for certain people in the YouTube community, and I'm scared, Dan, I'm really sorry, but I'm just going to say how it is. A lot of people in the YouTube community do fake it because they want money and they want notoriety and they want something from it. And which personally, if any of those teams are watching, you're full of shit, mate. I'm sorry for saying that, Dan. My apologies. It grinds my gears, Dan. It really upsets me.
It does. But you know what I've noticed? I've noticed that all the smaller channels have the real stuff, and once they get bigger, then the faking starts getting in.
Yeah, that's the famous.
I've joined.
Why?
Yeah, I've joined.
I think I know why that might be.
It's the pressure to perform.
Be because, well, it is.
Exactly, guy.
But every small YouTuber sustains an income from a full-time job, right? When you're under the pressure of living off YouTube income, and you're paying your bills is dependent on the views, you start to get into that corrupt frame of mind where you're like, right, I need to do this, every video has got to be better, I've got to do this.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're not going to get paid,
It's right. I mean, I couldn't have met Steve and Griff from Weedy Brothers, right? Steve said to me, and he went, the best piece of advice I can give you is whatever you do, no matter what happens with your channel, don't quit your day job. Your day job's always going to be there. YouTube's not going to be there forever. And there was Steve's words to me. And you know what? And that put me in a perspective of what, like, okay, this is a hobby to me now. And I've said this to Dan a couple of times and everything. People are taking the advertising to their channel, but do all this. And I'm going, well, I'm sorry, but this is just me and I'm going to take it. This is me, and I'm not going to push it. I've got my job. I've got my full-time money. I'm getting paid for it. This, to me, is a hobby, something I'm passionate about and something I enjoy away from my work life. And that's my mentality about the way I run my YouTube channel. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for fame or success. I've got a full-time job. I pay my bills. I've got my family around me. That's all I need. Paranormal. These live chats, my investigations are done for me to entertain people, not for anything else.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah. And that's why I started my channel, is to get rid of those fake people. Susan. I mean, that's another reason why I had Anne on my last live, is because we had enough. And it's time that it's said. If people continue in the fashion that they are, they're not going to go in the right direction. They're going to be going in the wrong direction. And the thing is, they have to know that they are going, and they have to realize that. And having Anne on my live lets them know that not all of us spirit mediums do the same thing. That, but we have the same end result.
Oh, Tom! Hi, Tom.
Please. Yeah, hi,
upset
Tom.
again.
I do get upset. I get passionate about these things,
It's
and it
infuriating.
really winds me up. But
it's infuriating, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is, and.
Yeah,
I like the fact that I can do these lives, and I'm sorry, Dan, please forgive me, but I think that, and I'm really, because it's not my channel, I'm trying to be careful with what I say, and but
speak freely.
I just, honestly, mate, it pisses the shit out of me. Why do people from this paranormal investigations, or the things about the paranormal, have been going back hundreds of years, about people seeing things and people, you know, I mean, people have also been faking it for a while as well. But with the new technology, and the technology comes out week after week after week after week, some legitimate companies are actually bringing out really good pieces of equipment. But I don't understand why would you have to, for the benefit of getting money, do you want to fake anything? I just don't. I really can't get my head around it. I understand why people do it, but I don't understand why people do it, because you're just basically mislaying the general public to earn money for yourself, and that's dishonest, and it's a dishonest business. Oh man, I'm just talking too much, and it infuriates me, and I really do apologise.
You're being told off. You're being told off.
Tom's telling you off.
Not by me. Tom's
Nobody
telling you off.
There's no need for that. Tom, I am sorry. I do apologise, but
I think he's joking.
But it is infuriating. I think we're all on the same level. We're all on the same level as Lee. Even Julie. We sit and watch stuff, and we cannot believe how people get away with what they do. What saddens me is, why do people watch it? I just don't get it.
I think it's because there's a lot of people that come new.
Yeah. I know what you're saying,
new to it, and they want to watch it all, and they want to believe it.
Yeah.
Look, I can tell you, 5 years ago when I started watching paranormal stuff, because I got interested in it all, I believed everything. And then I was thinking, hang on, this, paranormal activity just can't go on like these people get. Investigation after investigation and all the rest, they're always getting the same stuff and all the rest.
Thank you.
And that's when I did a Google search for how do people fake ghost
Different
hunts
stuff.
and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I found some stuff, and yeah, that opened my eyes, and I'm glad I did that search because it opened my eyes up to the difference between real and fake, and yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and a lot of
I just
people
wanna
don't
say,
understand that it is fake too.
Exactly.
They don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I came to the conclusion
Yeah.
because, like I said, I've lived in this house 20 years, and you know, you just don't get stuff every day, and unless you're like you're a medium and you can see things and whatnot. But if you're not a medium and you're not tuned into that world, you're just not going to get stuff all the time, every time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been
I agree.
honest. It's about what I make my videos about, and this is me. How, and Simon, Dan, I know you're all the same, but what would I like to see when I'm watching? So we've watched all these paranormal channels, and so we all have. We've been watching them for years since we were kids, right? So we ask ourselves. I ask myself, should I say, what would I like to see? So if I wasn't filming this, and that's how I film it. What I would like to watch, me personally. I don't think about. With all due respect to the public, I don't think about the public at the time. I think is what I would like to see, and that's how I film it. The public like it, and I applaud and thank you. I appreciate it, but every video I make is made from me. I edit it. Put it all together.
That's the same with that's the same with a movie director. Whenever a movie director is creating a movie, they create it in their vision, what they want to see.
Yeah.
Whether people like it or not is down to the audience. It's
Exactly.
people that buy into you as a person, as opposed to the channel or whatever.
But the difference is, I'm not making a movie. I'm making in a way you could call it, and we're all doing it. We're all making mini documentaries because we're trying to tell the truth. We're not making an episodic TV show where everything's faked and we get EVPs and things thrown every week. We're making documentaries where we're trying to tell the truth. We're not part of the entertainment group. Simon, Dan, I've worked with both of you, and I know you're both the same thing. You're telling a story, right? You're telling a documentary. You're telling factual things.
Yeah.
Right. This is what happened in this building. We've had this happen in this corner. Last time we came here, this happened, right? And you're documenting it in truth.
Yeah.
Right. We're not making a movie here. We're actually, if we're making a movie, then we'd have things on pieces of string and certain names coming through VVPs every week. We're not like that. We spoke about this privately. We all have about things about certain names coming through, EVPs and what have you, and like that. And it's becoming a bit of a joke now and that's what it is. But we've also spoke about uploading videos, whether we've caught anything or not. And Kim and Chris at iCountry have said the same as well. Upload stuff. It gives more credibility to you. You're not like the Ouija brothers do it, and I'm sorry about repeating their name because they're legit. They're one of the most legit teams I've ever seen. Right?
Yeah.
Upload whether you've caught anything or not, because I tell you what, if you've done a 45-minute investigation, you've got fuck all out of it. Excuse my language, right? You'll get more credibility. You'll get more credibility than other teams who, from the second the cameras start rolling, you've got names coming through, you've got things thrown, you've got cameras falling over. You'll get more credibility by getting nothing on a 45-minute video than they have getting their dowering. Telling you.
Exactly.
And on that bombshell, we're going to start.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're going to start. It's all right. We're going to start to wrap it up because iConjure premieres at 9 o'clock. So everyone needs to go over to iConjure. And me, Simon, I know me, Simon, and Julie, and everyone else has got to be up early in the morning. I know I have. So it's an early night. It's my first early shift in a while. So I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to go through. What's that, Si? What's that, Si?
It's all right. Me and you will carry in the morning, Dan. Don't worry. Don't worry.
But yeah, Lee makes some very, very good points. Karen, it's absolutely great to see that we're restoring your faith in the potential of paranormal.
Yeah,
and we'll discuss that on another live. We've got Tuesday, we've got Susan's Highlander Girl. And then Thursday this week, we've got Haunting Hunterz HQ. But also, not to forget, there is a video before that. So the police station tomorrow night. 7 o'clock.
7:30.
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
7:30.
Oh,
Stuff
7:30.
with Paranormal.
And then staff's at 9.
And staff's at 9.
9, I think so. James, we had 9 o'clock. Am I right? I did
There's
put it on
a lot
early.
of comments that come in, buddy. Karen again was totally gullible, just wanted to believe, so gave me comfort after losing a lot of people in a short space of time. Yes, I can imagine. Imagine that, Karen. Yeah. It's a great point, Lee. You've got to enjoy yourself. Very, very true. This is why fakers do it, because they know they get a reaction from.
He has got a point there, probably, Tom.
Yeah, definitely.
True, Tom.
Barry's a mod squad.
But Barry and Eva. Pardon me. It's all a learning curve, Karen. The more you learn, the more you'll see what's faked. And Tom saying hello to Staffordshire. Just want to say, obviously, a big thank you to the support from Staffordshire Paranormal. James and Rihanna are amazing. If you haven't already subscribed to them, go over and subscribe to them now. Fantastic, beautiful approach. Fantastic. Can't wait to meet them again. I've met them at Cannock Chase. Cannot wait to meet them again, as well as I can't wait to meet our conjurer as well, because I haven't actually, although we've been doing lives with Kim and Chris, none of us have actually physically met them yet. So
true.
I don't think I want to now, to be honest with you.
Be able to touch them in the flesh.
That's it. You actually exist. You're not just a digital avatar. So yeah, I am going to wrap it up there, because obviously early nights are needed, and I need to get in bed now to watch I Conjure. So a big thank you to everybody in the chat, and a big thank you to everybody that's coming on the panel. You're all appreciated, and so it's a good it's a goodbye from us over here on the panel, and we'll see you live.
Bye, guys.
Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.